Woo! Thank you. Thank you, William. Good morning. It's tremendous to see so many of you in the audience. I was a little worried. I was talking to Yajnish, who's helped us put the show together today. I said, 9 o'clock, Malaysia, KL, Monday morning. Do you think we're going to get the room full? And as I look out, I don't see any spare seat. This is overwhelming. This is gratifying. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking your time to spend it with us. We are asking, I know, a lot from you. It's a full-day event. We worked very hard to put the show together. We've got some great things for you. But thank you so much for taking time, because I know your time is precious. And when you take time from your business to come and spend it with us, we are very grateful for that opportunity. The theme of this event is Business Reimagined. Now, we've been in Malaysia serving communities and customers here for over about 10 years. We have a fairly large installed base of 200,000 customers, a lot of you. We power up a lot of the SME businesses here. We powered Help the Nation go through GST and whatnot, and we cover a lot of those technologies and innovations today. But these are trying times, and the world's not the rosy place it used to be a few years ago. Ever since the financial crisis, now with the high US dollar, life is getting tougher. People have to do more with less. The Malaysian economy is taking a hit, it's taking a beating. SMEs power up the economy. They play a huge role in Malaysia. Yet some of them have gone through challenges. A lot of businesses had to unfortunately shut down over the last year or two. And so what we aspire to do, what we wish to do, is to be your best technology company, to help you with the innovation that we can provide, to help you power your business, to help you do your work, to make sure technology delivers the advantage that you need so that you can get on to do your business, your aspirations, your dreams. The very essence of this economy is job creation, the contribution from SMEs and whatnot. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. I will cover that in my keynote addresses. We have some exciting demonstrations. I'm a big believer of show, not tell. And so rather than a lot of PowerPoints today, what we've taken the time to do is showcase our technology. There's nothing like seeing it in real. Now, as a technology company, it's always very dangerous when you pick everything out and put it on stage, because you know the demo gods. If something can go wrong, Murphy makes sure at the back of the room that it will. Now, we're going to put all of that on stage. Some of this is early proof of concept stuff. Some of it is groundbreaking. Some of this is about to get launched. But it is all stuff that we are working very hard in our back room, in our labs, to bring to you from a product delivery point of view. We will be showcasing these technologies today, and please, thank you once again for being here. We have partners in our community. We have resellers and our business network. Thank you, Maybank. Thank you, Digi. Thank you, Ibizu. They have some great sessions. They've got some great stalls. You will have enough time during the day to go and visit the showcase. Look at some of that stuff. Some of that stuff is industry first. Some of the stuff you will see today is the first in Malaysia. We are raising the bar. We are raising the bar with innovation. We are raising the bar with what technology can do for you and the difference it makes in your business to allow you to do your business better. So before I get launched into this, what I wanted to do was also show you one more video. And this is from our group CEO. We had a conversation about this, and he's not here today, but he wanted to make sure that he had an opportunity to send a message to all of you. This is a very important market for us. We've been here for a long time. We are using Malaysia and our success in Malaysia as the key foundation to build our business across Asia. Some of the work we're doing here with companies such as Maybank, etc., are exemplary. And it is places like this that we are innovating in. We are pushing the boundaries. And with the success that we will see here, we wish to expand our shows and go outside Malaysia into the Asia region. We have operations in other parts of Asia, but most of our solid success that we have experienced comes from Malaysia. So as the next slide, let me just take a minute or two to introduce Stephen Kelley. Stephen's been around in the IT business for over 30 years. He's our group CEO. He's been a CEO with 2 or 3 global companies, US companies, very fast startup. In the last And these are large organizations. So in the last organization he was with, I think the company grew 7 times during a very short period during his tenure there. More recently, he was the first executive and the COO of the UK government, where he did a lot in terms of taxation and customer citizen services and a whole bunch of things which powered up the British economy. He joined us in 2014, and since then, in a short while, in less than a year or two, if you see the impact that he has made on Sage, it is also overwhelming. There's nothing like in a private company or a public listed company to see the progress and the scorecard of the company through its shareholder value. And that is measured by the street, by the people who hold the stock. And if that is any indicator to go with the leadership and the transformation that Stephen Kelley can provide, I'll have you know that in the last 1 year or so, last 12 to 18 months, our stock price has doubled since he has been on board. So that's the gentleman, and he was very keen that he had a chance to address all of you. So if you can just bear with me, a short video for him before we get started, please.
Hello, I'm Stephen Kelley, and in Malay, Salamat Pagi. I'm very excited, and thank you, Yaj, for giving me the opportunity to shoot this video at the Sage Customer Connect conference. We've got over 1,000 people here, partners, customers, and a special thanks to our exhibitors for supporting the conference. And whether you've come from Sage UBS, Sage Payroll, Sage 50, Sage 1, X3, we know that we have an exciting journey for you for the future, and I think you'll find the conference really explode some of the exciting technology that we have available for you. So why do we care so much? Why do we passionately care about entrepreneurs and small and medium business? Almost half of the gross domestic product in Malaysia generated by your businesses, small and medium businesses across Malaysia. And we know that the prosperity and the job creation comes from your hard work. And it is a story of human sacrifice. We know that many of you work 70, 80 hours a week. We know that many of you use your life savings. So there is this element that you are fundamental to the economy of Malaysia. And more than that, this is a story of your blood, sweat, and tears and excitement and passion to pursue your businesses and fulfill your dreams in the businesses that you run, to be your own boss and drives prosperity for the Malaysian economy. Now, we believe that gives us the platform to say, you guys absolutely deserve the best technology. And Sage is at the heart of that, to give you integrated accounting, payroll, and payments to make sure that we absolutely do the best for you to focus your energies on winning customers, growing your market. And it's the case today that Sage is the only company that can take a startup through to scale up, to go international, to do multi-currency, to support you as you export and are successful overseas. And it's also the case that Sage is the company that takes on-premise software and gives you the capability to expose it through browsers and into the cloud. So it's not only fundamental that we support you as you grow on your journey of success in a business, but also that we allow you to exploit the best technology. And ultimately, we see you running your business from the palm of your hand, from this sort of technology where you can have a look at your cash flows, your budgeting, and everything's available for you on the move as you want it, just as we are as consumers. So really important, this conference, because we'll absolutely show you some of this really exciting technology that we can take you from today and ultimately support you as a customer for life. And our partners are here in the audience and can help you on that journey. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you very much. Enjoy the Sage Customer Connect Conference. And in Malay, terima kasih. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. So let me start. Sage is not unknown to you, but I know we may have some newcomers, people who have just joined the Sage family and some trying out our products, don't have the experience of 10 years of using our product. So by way of introduction, Sage, who are we? We, as a company, started out of the UK. We started out 35 years ago, and today we are a reasonably large company, but we came from a very small place. We were a startup which we happened to grow and scale reasonably fast. Today, we are a FTSE company with over 13,000 employees across the world. We have reported revenues of $1.4 billion in pounds, again, US company, about approximately $2 billion US dollars. And it is a large global organization. It has ended up becoming the way we are today as a large global organization. So compared to local companies, just to give you a sense of the kind of volumes that goes through our system, we have about 5,000 support staff out of the 13,000. Customer support, customers for life is something that you will hear consistently and repeatedly through the day. This is what we do, this is our mantra. And so 5,000 support staff who take up to 30,000 calls a day to make sure that we are able to support you in the best way we can. Software is not rocket science. It's written by humans, and it has bugs, and things will go wrong, and sometimes they're not very pleasant. But our commitment to you as a company is to be able to support you in your business, to be able to take your calls, to help you resolve that, to help you give you software updates, to give you the assurance that you are able to run your back office systems, your accounting, your payroll, your HR, et cetera, and get it all done in the fashion that you desire. We are the third largest ERP company. That's not a word we like to use very much. Our hashtag is no ERP because we think that's a complicated beast. In the small and medium space, which is the main community that we serve, unfortunately, the analysts measure us as an ERP company. So we are ranked number 3 just after, I think, SAP and Oracle. We are the number 2 company in Europe. Again, SAP would be larger than us. And then we are undisputed number 1 market leader globally for SMB businesses. That's the business, that's our customer community, that's the segment that we power up. And in Malaysia, more so, like I said, we've been here for over 10 years, over a decade, and we have 200,000 customers, a very, very large market share in this country. Let me now talk a little bit about digital disruptions. At Sage, or as a software company, one of the things that we do is disruption. And that's the piece I was talking to you about earlier. And I think there's a lot of room and opportunity for us to help you with the disruption, for you to embrace that and take it forward, because I think it really will help. I think it'll help your business. I think it'll help the country. I think it'll help the economy. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of that. We have globalization. People and resources, the world is becoming a global village. People use technology and use the leverage on technology to get things done. Business processes are becoming seamless. Productivity is a key driver. The government of Malaysia is really pushing hard, especially the SME community, to strive towards higher productivity, to use IT as a lever, to get better results on your business. Because I think the SME community in Malaysia is traditionally a very conservative, traditional business. And I think there is a lot of room to use technology to give that a push fast forward. A lot of today, if I was to look around, almost all of you, I'm sure all of you, have got smartphones. The penetration of smartphones in Malaysia is very high. And today you all use it. You've got apps on your smartphone, and you're using it in what I would call a B2C scenario. A B2C scenario is business to consumer. So when you watch YouTube, or you do social media, or you're listening to music, or communicating with friends and family, that's all happening on your smartphone. So it's a digitized nation. You have the infrastructure, you've got the technology, brilliant infrastructure outside. But the problem is, while a lot of you use that in your consumer life, not many of you are actually taking it into the business life. In fact, across Southeast Asia, the adoption of technology in business using ICT in Malaysia, it lags. It lags considerably. So if you look at places like Philippines, where the back end, the BPOs, it's cloud first, mobile ready, mobile applications. Singapore, again, the average person in Singapore has got 2 to 3 smartphones, bring your own device. There's a lot of technology. Consumerization of IT is here. And you have it. And you're using it. But you use it extensively on a B2C, not on a B2B basis. And we will talk about that today. We will talk about how we can address that, how we can take some of the stuff that's happening. So today, for example, in the US and other parts of the world, there's this company called Nest. I think Google have purchased it for a couple of $1 billion. And what it does is from your smartphone, you can, before you reach home, you can switch on your aircon, your heating, your temperature, etc., so that it's personalized when you walk in and on a cold day, you at least have a warm the warmth of your home, a place that you feel comfortable with. That's industrialization. That's IoT. It's using big data. All these things are the sort of technologies that we at Sage work with. We try to consumerize and try to bring it to you from a business perspective. So we will look at how we will synthesize some of that. We will talk about products today and technologies today, and you will see demonstrations of how we will use cloud, how we will use mobility, how we will use the standard software that a lot, if not most of you, use on what I would call an on-premise basis. On-premise basis means you have the software in a client-server type format, and it's sitting on a server and client in your office on a small little LAN. Why can't you take the same software, put it on the palm of your hand, such that information travels with you as you go? We live in a utility world. When you use phones, or I travel from Singapore, I come here, I have roaming. My calls, my data follows me. When I want to watch TV, I do video on demand. If there's shows I've missed out, my TV provider or cable provider gives me a feature so that for the time I'm here, for the couple of days I'm here, if I miss the show, I can go and see it on video on demand. And there's lots of other examples. TV, electricity is another good one. So, we use electricity, we take it as a set thing, we switch on the light, it always comes on. These are small examples of models that you are using today, economic models that you are using today, where you get things on demand, where you're doing things on a self-service basis, where you're consuming the information or your product or service on any time, anywhere, any place, without almost giving it a second thought. So if you were to now talk about software, why would you want to use software on an on-premise basis? Why would you not want information on your fingertips? Why would you not want to take a mobile phone or a tablet such that when you're on the way here on an LRT or in a taxi, that you will be able to consume the information? To use electricity, I don't make a power station. To use my mobile phone, I don't build a telco company. To watch the latest movies or TV series, I don't become Fox Studio. So why is it when it comes to IT, we are also insistent on on-premise software, building it, creating it, owning it, managing it, just so that I can use it in the business processes of my business? Introduction to the cloud. You can have the same self-service, elastic, your workloads, your software resident in the cloud, consumed through a mobile device, and we will showcase that to you today. You can be sitting in a car on your way here. You can look, if you're a small, medium business, you can look at your cash flow. You can look at if you are in a retail business or manufacturing business, you can look at your inventory. You can look at your stock. You can look at your incoming payments. You can look at your cash flow. You can look at outgoing payments. You will be able to use predictive analytics to alert you that your cash flow is low. You will be able to get information that you need to act on something, actionable intelligence that you can use in time to help you manage your business better, because information is available at your fingertips. And it is available on the go. It is available anytime, any place, and that is cloud. That is mobility. That is consumerization of IT. That is the B2B example of a lot of things that you do today on your smartphone on a B2C basis. And we will showcase the technologies today that will allow you to do that. I talked about this, smartphone penetration. So you're already half ready. All of you have smartphones. Every one of our product, pretty much every one of our product, is available in 2 formats. Or well, 3 formats if you really want to be insistent. So there's the on-premise, which is completely client-server type technology. Or you can expose it through a browser interface and use it on various mobile devices such as tablets and handphones or mobile phones. And then there is a pure version of the cloud, everything on the cloud. And there could be, in some of your business, there could be some data and privacy acts, so you may want to hold the data here and keep the program logic and so on and so forth. Regardless of what choice you choose or what implementation model or which one of these technology models you use, we will support them all. This is not a compulsory pitch to move all of you into the cloud. I mention the cloud because I think it's an important underpinning. I mention the cloud because I think it's a game changer. And I will explain more as I go on. But make no mistake, if you as a company wish to hold your software technologies and solutions that you have from us on-premise, fine, absolutely fine. We will support you 100%. The hybrid piece is when you expose it through a browser, and then the full public cloud running it on public or private clouds being hosted either through a BPO or through Microsoft Azure or Amazon EC2. Those are all flexible delivery models that we have available. So whatever software you're using today, remember that it can be implemented and delivered to you either as a product or as a service. And you'll hear more about some of that technology as we go on through the day. So smartphone penetration, you're half ready. If you wanted to use your software and host it on the cloud, either in a hybrid or a private or a public cloud consumption, those options are also available to you. Let's take a look at Malaysia. This is the stats that we picked up. They're more or less accurate. I've also seen some of the government data. A population of 30 million, approximately 650,000 SMEs, of which 200,000 are today Sage customers. The total number of businesses in micro, startup, and SMEs is almost more than 97% of all businesses in Malaysia. You provide for more than 57% of the population. You are the engine and the powerhouse of job creation. You are powering the economy. You are creating value in the system, and you have a significant contribution to the GDP. However, in the sectors that you serve, they are more traditional in nature. Coming back to my conversation about cloud, why is that relevant? It is relevant for one simple reason. Most small and medium businesses do not spend money to save money. Most small and medium businesses do not spend money to save money. I've worked for different software companies where I have sold very thorough enterprise class product. When you would sell to a large enterprise, which is less than 3% of Malaysian market, people buy on reduced total cost of ownership. They buy on ROI. They buy on the savings. They map software to sophisticated business processes. They talk of productivity. They talk of